by Virgil Van Dijk. Van Dijk scoring for the second home game in a row.
What is toughness? Is it the shuddering collision that echoes through a stadium, the desperate goal line clearance that sacrifices the body, the tactical foul that takes one for the team? Or is it something quieter? What if true defensive mastery isn't found in the spectacular reaction, but in the silent, systematic elimination of the need to react at all? What if the toughest defender in the world is the one who makes the beautiful game itself seem peaceful? This is not a story of battles won in the mud and grass. This is a story of wars ended before the first shot was fired. A story of psychological dominion. This is the story of how a man from Breda did not merely arrive in the Premier League. He pacified it. He imposed a new, unsettling calm. Welcome to the vault. To understand the Colossus, you must first meet the raw material. Picture not the Titan of Anfield, but a tall, languid figure in the Eredivisie. At FC Groningen, Virgil van Dijk was a collection of breathtaking attributes in search of a philosophy. The potential was a low hum, a whisper among scouts. His move to Celtic was the first furnace. In the cauldron of Celtic Park, he was no longer a prospect. He was a pillar. Here he learned the weight of expectation. He wasn't just defending a goal, he was defending an institution. He built the unshakable confidence, the bedrock of his future aura. He was a force of nature. But the Premier League consumes force for breakfast. It demanded a chess master, not just a gladiator. His transfer to Southampton was the evolution. This was the transition from raw power to refined intelligence. Virgil van Dijk's arrival at Southampton in 2015 was the critical, career-defining moment. This was the moment the raw, powerful force of nature from Celtic was placed on the tactical lathe. Under the astute guidance of Ronald Koeman, the diamond was pulled from the rough and meticulously polished. At St Mary's, we witnessed the blueprint for the modern defender being drafted. Van Dijk was no longer just a formidable physical specimen. He became a cerebral playmaker from the back line. He was the catalyst, the first note in his team's attacking symphony. The statistics began to tell a revolutionary story. It wasn't just about tackles and clearances, but elite pass completion rates, incisive progressive passes, and aerial dual win percentages that placed him in the 99th percentile across Europe. He was developing the complete toolkit. Watch the tapes from this period. See him receive the ball under intense pressure, look up and ping a devastating 50-yard diagonal that switched the entire point of attack. Observe him organizing the backline with a calm authority, his mere presence bringing structure to the chaos. He was no longer just a participant in the game. He was its orchestrator from the deepest positions. Then came the £75 million fee, a shockwave, a world record sum that wasn't a price tag, but a burden. For Van Dijk, it was a coronation, a crown he was born to wear. From that moment, the geometry of the game changed. The pitch shrank for opponents, expanded for his teammates. Let's break it down. Let's dissect the aura. First, the psychological dominance, the one versus one phantom. Observe what is absent. No frantic slides, no desperate grapples, just a calm, inexorable presence. He doesn't engage the striker, he disengages the striker's will. He guides them into harmless corridors, a matador leading a bull to irrelevance. Consider this, for an entire Premier League season, 38 games against the world's most lethal attackers, he was not dribbled past, not once. This was not a physical feat, it was a psychological conquest. He defended the very idea of taking him on. Second, the preemptive strike. The grand interceptor. Van Dijk doesn't react to the game. He anticipates the game about to happen. He reads the passer's eyes, the angle of his hips, the shape of the attack. He sees 3 passes into the future. Recall the moment. 92nd minute against Napoli. A loss means elimination. The ball falls to Milik. A certain goal. Chaos reigns, but watch Van Dijk. No panic, only geometry. He calculates the angle, the trajectory, and makes the block with cold certainty. This is the essence of his toughness, the elimination of existential danger before it can draw breath. Third, the aerial monopoly and organizational genius, the commanding lecture, The air is his domain. He doesn't just win headers, he claims territory. He arrives at the apex a moment before anyone else, as if gravity is a suggestion. A hopeful long ball arrives and he simply clears it, with serene, effortless power that states, "Oh, this is my house." But his impact is multiplicative. He is the on-pitch conductor, the CEO of the backline, constantly pointing, gesturing, shifting the entire defensive line. He doesn't just elevate his game, he elevates everyone around him. He is a system embodied. All this theory must be crowned with glory, and crown it, he did. The 2019 Champions League trophy was not just silverware, it was validation. Proof that this defensive philosophy was championship winning. He was the rock upon which Liverpool's renaissance was built, the immovable object in Jurgen Klopp's whirlwind. Then came the Ballon d'Or, 7 points. A mere 7 points separated a genius of attack from a revolutionary of defense. In an era dominated by goal scorers, Van Dijk forced the world to look back, to appreciate the art of prevention. He reminded us brilliant attackers win games, immovable defenders win titles, and win the title he did, ending a 30-year wait. The leader, the titan, the quiet professor, who had finally, definitively, pacified the most demanding league in the world. The theory was now irrefutable fact. The aura had been forged into legacy. Leadership isn't just about wearing the captain's armband, it's about setting the standard when the world is watching. Virgil van Dijk commands more than just his defensive line. He orchestrates the entire team with a calm authority that's rare in the modern game. Watch closely, and you'll see his constant communication, pointing, organizing, encouraging. His voice cuts through the chaos, steadying nerves and guiding his teammates like a true general on the battlefield. When the pressure mounts, Van Dijk's composure becomes contagious. One assured glance, one perfectly timed intervention, and the panic melts away. But leadership runs deeper than tactics. Off the pitch, Van Dijk's humility and work ethic inspire those around him. He's the first to celebrate a teammate's success and the first to shoulder responsibility in defeat. In moments of crisis, his presence alone brings belief, a silent promise that, with him, anything is possible. This is the art of leadership. It's not just about defending a goal, it's about elevating every player on the pitch. With Van Dijk at the helm, Liverpool doesn't just play, they believe. As the sun sets on another season, one question lingers in the minds of fans and pundits alike. What's next for Virgil van Dijk? At the heart of Liverpool's defence, he's already achieved legendary status, but the story is far from over. With every passing year, Van Dijk continues to evolve, adapting his game, mentoring the next generation, and redefining what it means to be a world-class defender. The future holds countless possibilities, more trophies, more records, and perhaps a place among the all-time greats. Could he lift another Premier League title, or even guide his nation to international glory? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Van Dijk's influence will ripple far beyond the pitch. His leadership, resilience, and unwavering spirit set a blueprint for those who follow. As new talents rise and the game changes, Virgil van Dijk's legacy will remain. A beacon of excellence, a symbol of what's possible when greatness meets humility. The future awaits, and with Van Dijk leading the charge, the beautiful game is in safe hands. So what is the true legacy of Virgil van Dijk? It is not found in a reel of thunderous tackles. It lives in the negative space, the countless duels that never happened, the through balls never attempted, the crosses never swung. He redefined the currency of defensive toughness. He proved its highest form is not spectacular reaction, but silent anticipation. It is not about winning the fight. It's about convincing your opponent there is no fight to be won. He is the defensive philosopher king, the man who made the impossible look inevitable and chaos look calm. A living testament to the supremacy of mind over madness, of positioning over passion. He didn't just become the toughest defender in the Premier League. He became a new standard, a prototype, a legend, forever locked in the vault. If you believe the art of defense is football's purest form of poetry, your journey has only begun. Subscribe to Bala's Vault and join our community. Let us know in the comments. Which striker truly challenged Van Dijk's reign? Keep unlocking the game. I'll see you in the next one.